Okay, and we're good to go. So we are going to be doing a quick commentary over one of my runs this last week. So it was 24 Underrot. That went really badly, both from myself and the group. There's just a random bug that I found. Just going to be doing a quick thought process and an explanation video of why I'm doing certain things, how I'm doing them, and we're going to go from there. I sped this up just in 0.5 to just be a bit quicker so we don't have to be here for too long. And this is just a VOD that I took for my stream. So already just to begin, the tank decides to pull ticks on the right, main pack, and the matron pack on the bridge. So nobody in this group was expecting this, and we said it afterwards in chat. But this, normally it's not a too bad of a pull, but the problem is that I was not expecting the damage that was going to come from this. It's my first key of the day. So full bolstering, entangling, or whatever it's called, and fortified. Biggest issue here, at least the beginning for me, is that I was unaware of a lot of things that were going on. Mostly, I completely ignored the tick damage when it explodes, also due to the fact they were bolstering. And that was just the main cause of one of my deaths. So I get targeted by that was just literally just damage intake. And then afterwards, first blood harvest, the ticks are dying. And what happens afterwards? Yeah, I'm targeted again by the blood harvest. Hits me again. That was a bolstered plus buffed matron. I should have used bark skin. I should have used SI, and I did, but it was not enough. I was way too low health. And here, like an idiot, I just walk into the maggot spray very well. And as you can see, the mage is also not having a fun time. So kind of stabilize. Trying to bring it back here. See, there goes the rest of Druid. So just basically for this entire run, it was just a really big shit show. And sadly, so I am playing a Rampant Ferocity build this time around. I'm not playing Terrapin Wound just because I was messing around with some stuff, trying to see whether I liked it, if it was fun to play, and also just because I want to mix stuff up, just because I've been playing this for so long. And it has actually been performing fairly well. I'll put the link to the build in the description, or maybe I'll put it on screen. But yeah. So as you can see, 3 deaths from me, 1 from the Demon Hunter, 1 from the Mage, 1 from the Resto Druid as well. So off to a wonderful start. This pack also, I die on it due to the fact that I'm pretty sure I got snared. Yeah, I got snared, and the Demon Hunter DPS stood on me with the AoE. So that's what killed me. But it's all right. Everything's fine. We make up for it. We survive. Well, we don't survive, but the key continues. So nothing of note on this pack. So just the easiest way that I found to just deal with kicks, at least when you're in a coordinate group, or even in pugs, is to get a focus kick macro. So I'll put both my set focus macro and my kick macro in the description afterwards, just so you can take it if you need it. Now this boss, literally nothing to note. Easy boss, kick it, and you'll survive. Let's actually just move it back. Let's see if I can skip forward a bit. Oh, yeah. So I do die to this one as well, apparently. Completely forgot about that. What did I die to? Oh, yeah. I was just way too close to the boss when it was doing the its AoE circle around it. That was a very stupid mistake. But yeah, back to the boss. Kick it. Kill it. Cleave off the boss onto the ad, and that's kind of it. So due to the fact that I'm running Rapid Ferocity, I'm not spamming Primal Wrath in AoE in the slightest. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Primal Wrath, so rip on all of our targets with Tiger's Fury and Bloodhounds. And I only want to repeat that when I don't want to refresh it, so therefore use Primal Wrath when rip is about to expire. So that just means that I am using all of my combo points into biting. So I'm just see here, what I did is I put one of the lashers on focus. I can see clearly when it's casting, it's decaying mind, and whenever it does, I can just go in and kick it. So that's how I make life a bit easier for myself. Here I get hit by the heal absorb. It's okay. It goes away. And everything's fine. Nothing really of note here. I like it was nice that we were doing very big pulls, and it was much longer than most of us that we were expecting, especially for a pug. Like, genuinely, the biggest issue was just that it started off really badly. Like, we're going to go up to around, I think it's approximately 20 deaths before the end of the key, but it is relatively smoother than the beginning. That was just really bad. So here, same thing. You have a couple of choices. Either you can focus the Bloodstormer if you think that's going to be an issue, or you can focus the maggots if you don't really have a lot of stops for it. This would probably is going to depend on your group and what you want to do with it. Again, it's a pug, so I have no idea what they want to do. I'm just kind of going for the Bloodstormer. Here, our tank dies. I'm just running around in bear form, trying not to die. So there, you saw me use Vortex. You see me use a Pushback, Typhoon, and here tank comes back. Sadly, my Night Elf Racial was on cooldown, so I couldn't just invis out of it. But it's all right. Tank came back, and we can just go and continue. This should be relatively clean, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. Relatively clean for me. For everyone else, it's kind of eh. The main thing that I'm trying to do just in AoE packs is going with a Blood Talons, Tiger Fury, Rip on everything, so Primal Wrath, and then just send bites on main target with 50 energy, or just Apex procs. Either work. And then raking whenever I'm out of Brutal Slash charges. Afterwards, a smaller pool. Bloodstormer goes off to China. He'll be back soon, and yeah, everything's fine. Let's see. So in this pack, main thing of note, you have the Death Speaker. He has a cast. I forget what it's called. You want that to be interrupted, or you will die, and your tank will die, and you're not going to have a good time. Wicked something. See, our Demon Hunter DPS just kicked it right over there. And yeah, since it's a relatively easy cast to kick, you don't really need to focus the Death Speaker. I think that it's much more beneficial just to focus the Bloodstormer, get him down so it doesn't screw up, and focus one of your other teammates. And yeah. Now I think we go into boss. Yeah. So after this, same thing. Mag's over there. He's chilling. Swarmer's on me. I'm trying to run away. I'm trying to get Rip on everything, Rake on everything, and then sending bites. So here I can see it's about to run out. I refreshed it. There you go. I refreshed that one kind of early, sadly. There you go. Rake. And he pulls Kragmaw. Remember to bait the charge. And then just full send. Are we lusting or are we saving less? You might be saving less for a bit afterwards when everyone else has cooldowns. But yeah, I'm able to just completely send off of ads. Kind of cleave, I guess, into boss. But typically what we do is first tantrum, it's personal defensives. And roar as well, just to get everyone around, hopefully walk over all the maggots. And after that, healer cooldown second. Again, personals for third. So in my case, it would be survival instinct. And then last one, it is heal, renewal, bark skin. Basically, you just live. And everything after that, you should start having your personals come back up. So bark skin should come up if you didn't use it beforehand. And you also have, of course, bear form if you really are struggling. But it should be okay. So this boss goes fairly well. Nothing really of note. Pretty clean. Just send. The end part was a bit sketchy because I just saw that everyone wants to just funnel boss, and those ticks scared the living shit out of me. So it's okay. Everything's fine. They're all dead. We're good. Now comes the fun part. We got the horror. So that has a kick they really need to get done. That is the Echoes kick. Typically what we do is we'll have one person in our group take that kick and only that kick, and everyone else will just alternate between CC and just kicking the regular casts. But that is one thing that you want to make sure is kicked at all times. Death Speaker again. Fairly chill. Nothing of note. Just fairly simple pack. Let it be. Now, one of the most fun, absolutely fun parts of the dungeon, this 2-pack. very annoying to deal with, but just send 2 people on one, 2 people on the other, and just keep it at that. That's all you need. It's irritating in pugs, and this pack is literally the reason why I take Decurse in this dungeon, just because it does typically get fucked up, and I just want to not have to deal with it. Third boss, fairly easy. Place your stuff out, run out with it, pop the shrooms, go back in, kill it. Don't stand in front of the boss. That's all you really need to do. There's nothing fancy here. Quick tip: if you're scared that you're gonna get hit by the quake and you're not gonna be able to get out of it enough, you can just well charge to the boss, assuming you will not hit any other mushrooms or any other like the spores that come out of the big mushrooms around, like the red ones, right? These ones. So if you just leave it like that, you should be very good. You do have fairly easy time on this boss. Not really a big deal. Just pray that you don't get first set if you send Incarn on pull. Afterwards, everything's fine. Oh yeah, and remember to pop your defensives on the, what's called? Volatile, no, it's on Festering Harvest. That's it. Typically, it shouldn't be too bad. You should be able to survive with just a bark skin. You can send SI if you see that there are any shrooms left over. If there are any shrooms left over, it might be of worth for you to just go into bear form, tank them. You can take up to 3 if you have survival instincts up. It's not really a problem. You can also use frenzied regen. You can live that fairly easily, especially compared to other classes. So, continuing, boss is dead. Not really an issue. Just full send on boss. And now we're going to do a really fun route of just avoiding these 2 over here. So right here in the back, there's a worm, and there's also one of those defilers, or whatever they're called. We're just avoiding that completely. Our Demon Hunter got clapped by the Corruptor. Very fun. And next pack, again, fairly simple. Kick the Horror, make sure it's kicked, and kick the Death Speaker. You just assign 1 person on Death Speaker and assign everyone else on the Horror, with 1 person kicking the echoes coming out of the Horror. So same thing, just full Blood Talons, Tiger's Fury, Primal Wrath, and then send Bite on the Worm, and then afterwards on the Death Speaker. And I am kind of liking the Rampant Ferocity build. I know it's not the best and it's the most useful one, but it's enjoyable, and it's a nice change of pace compared to just running Terrapin Wound every single key. There are some more fun builds that you can run if you want to just go full funnel. You can do with Vein Ripper, but I haven't really tried those out yet. And now we get to the most irritating part of this entire dungeon, in my opinion, because I absolutely have PTSD from BFA and from this season as well. I hate these corruptors. A big part of it is due to the fact that I am blind and I cannot see those tentacles, and I will get clapped by them. And this first one is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. It does make it easier if you just stand with everyone and just everyone stacks. The tentacles spawn relatively in the same place. Everyone moves, but this is a pug, so that's not going to happen. And I guess just sit here and worry. Afterwards, this is the very best pack and the final pack of the dungeon. So Horror needs to go down ASAP. I just send absolutely everything that I have, including potion, because I want to minimize the time that I spend on this fucking pack, and leave it at that, because tentacles are spawning everywhere. You have to run out of the frontals from the horrors, from the corruptor, sorry, just like the mage did not do. And yeah, it's not an enjoyable pack at all. It really isn't. But this goes off okay. But as you can see, yeah, 19 deaths. This entire key is very sketchy, but it's also fairly timeable even with this many mistakes. There goes Demon Hunter. So yeah. Last boss. So last boss, what you want to do, just full send whenever you want, whenever you have cooldowns. We have Lust coming up, so I'm going to get most of my Incarn within Lust. Stay on the boss's feet and then walk through them on next, whenever he does the spew. And yeah, that's kind of it. On single target, just keep up your dots. Make sure Rip break, so especially Rip is with Blood Talons. And what's cool in this last boss is that if you see any of the spores come near the boss, you can thrash them and you will get Predator resets. So that makes that you don't really have that many energy problems on this boss, and you can kind of just fully send all of your abilities. Don't really need to worry about anything. I just tend to tell them that whenever I'm running with people, or with my group, they know that if it comes near us, I can just take care of them unless we have somebody else who's better at it. But that's nice. And that's kind of the entire dungeon. But as you saw, horrible performance on everyone's part. 20 deaths in total for a 24. It is timeable and it is timed. But for how easy of a key it is not like there are just so many mistakes done, and there's a lot of room for improvement for literally everyone. But yeah, I will put a link to my talents, my gear, because I don't think I'm showing my gear at the end. Oh, but we do see this. So very simple, very, very simple. Rampant ferocity at around 8%, and from doing some testing, it comes roughly equivalent to Tear Open Wounds, but I'm not exactly sure which one will get more value, but Tear Open Wounds probably gets more value than Rampant Ferocity. It's still a fun build, and it's not something you shy away from if you want to just have some fun. But yeah, that's about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I might do more of these in the future. So yeah, take care.